The Berlin initiative that the Institute of Cultural Diplomacy and Academy for Cultural Diplomacy are launching today aims to implement the most powerful lessons. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, when Mark invited me to give a brief introduction to the launch of the Berlin Initiative for a Diplomatic Solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, I accepted with great emotion, recalling the memory of another event where two partners, much younger than we today, proposed a similar perspective that at the time opened the door towards understanding and peace. A door that unfortunately today seems to have been shut. The Berlin Initiative for a Diplomatic Solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a tremendously opportune endeavor that mirrors, in the particular context of the Near East, the broader perspective presented by the 11th Initiative for Global Peace, which Mark and I, as director of Institute for Cultural Diplomacy and my president of Academy for Cultural Diplomacy, had the opportunity to launch back in 2011. The Berlin initiative that the Institute of Cultural Diplomacy and Academy for Cultural Diplomacy are launching today aims to implement the most powerful lessons and best practices that have emerged over the decade and a half in which we tirelessly promoted and championed the 11th initiative at the highest national and international level. Moreover, the experience that the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy has gained in co-opting the support of some of the most important global decision makers for our shared initiatives will prove an invaluable aid in identifying and attracting the support of the most important local, regional, and international actors for the Berlin Initiative. Yet, we must not fool ourselves. In the present geostrategic context, any initiative that aims to provide solutions to the conflict in the Near East will require not only an enormous amount of effort and clearly targeted and personalized approaches, but also wise counsel and meditation on the facilitator's part. This will not be an easy thing to accomplish, and I would like to applaud the temerity of the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy to dedicate its efforts to an initiative so incredibly important in ensuring continuity for regional and global security. As the saying goes, aim high and see where you land. An equitable solution to this conflict will, however, bring much greater benefit than merely the resolution of the conflict that has dragged on for the past 77 years, with all the geostrategic, economic, and above all, human advantages that such a resolution will nature entail. The success of the Berlin Initiative for a Diplomatic Solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict will also constitute a clear, incontrovertible proof, as well as an eloquent example, that the correct instrumentation and application of the fundamental principles of cultural diplomacy, predicated on an in-depth and mindful understanding on the other and of our peers, and placed in support of the open and honest dialogue between involved parties can indeed produce real, measurable positive effects. Most important of all, these effects can then be replicated in other conflict areas around the globe, naturally, with the utmost care and attention given to the intrinsic socio-cultural differences across various regions. I have full confidence that the considerable effort which the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy in Berlin today embarks upon will meet with great success, at the very least with a never before attained outcome of thoroughly outlining the major pathways towards facilitating Israeli-Palestinian intercultural dialogue going forward. I retain hope that in years to come, we will look back on today's launch, having known its achievement, and realize the opportunity we have of witnessing a moment that bears the potential to overcome a situation that for many appears near impossible to resolve. Thank you.